Hola, soy yo Vicky otra vez. It's me, Vicky, again. How is everybody? ¿Cómo estáis todos? ¿Todo bien? Espero que sí. Ok, en el video de hoy vamos a mirar 10 supersticiones españolas. So, we're going to look at 10 Spanish superstitions. Now, I don't know about you, but when me being brought up in the north in a working class family, was full of superstitions. There was a superstition for everything. You know, don't put new shoes on the table, don't put an umbrella up in the house, don't walk under a ladder, etc., etc. Lots of superstitions. And so I found it quite interesting to look to see what are the superstitions in Spain. Are they different? Okay, so first one that is very different, or not very different, but quite different, is, you know, in Britain, Friday the 13th is considered unlucky. But in Spain, did you know that it is Tuesday the 13th, martes 13? And this is the saying that we have in Spain: ni te cases, ni te embarques, ni tu casa te apartes, en martes 13. So on Tuesday the 13th, don't get married, don't go on a boat, and don't even leave your house. So this is martes 13. So now we've got two. If you like me, you live in Spain, but you're from Britain, you've got two 13th to worry about: Tuesday the 13th and Friday the 13th. It's interesting. I wonder why. Why is it Tuesday? Do you know? If anybody knows why it's Tuesday rather than Friday, please let me know. I think it's something to do with the Bible, and might be to do with the date that they think that the Last Supper occurred, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, número dos. No cuchillos o tijeras de regalo. So, you're treated in this video to my fabulous little drawings. So this is supposed to be a cuchillo, a knife, and these are supposed to be tijeras, scissors. So you're not supposed to give knives or scissors as presents. And this is because, according to the superstition, that will break the friendship or the relationship. Cut. If you give someone a knife, so maybe you should give someone a knife or a scissors as a present if you want to cut the relationship. But that is the superstition, that giving a knife or scissors as a present will cut off that relationship. So, no cuchillos ni o tijeras de regalo. Should be need probably. Anyway, just have a little coffee. Sorry. I am trying to stop drinking milk because I think it's cruel, and cow's milk. And so I'm trying rice milk, leche de arroz. And it's okay, it's drinkable, so I'm going to persevere with it. También voy a probar soya. I'm going to try soya milk as well. Do you have any recommendations? If any of you have already given up drinking milk, have you tried? Are there any other milks that are nice, palatable in café or té? Bueno, eso está bien, pero vamos a ver. Okay, sorry, digress as usual. Número 3. Sombreros. Sombreros en la cabeza, no en la cama. So your hats should go on the head and not on the bed. Okay, now I think the reason for that is that a lot of, in sort of many years ago, people believed that spirits, evil spirits, could live in the head, and so of course they could get into your hat. So if you take off your hat and put it onto the bed, then you're allowing spirits into your bed. I think that's the reasoning behind it. But anyway, so yeah, in other words, it's bad luck to put your hat on the bed, to put any hats on the bed. So sombreros en cabeza, no en cama. What do you think? And this one, I really like this one, because my silly sense of humour. But this is a theatre expression, so it's in el teatro. And you know, in Britain we say break a leg, do well, break a leg. In Spanish they say mucha mierda, full of shit. So sorry, excuse me, but that's what they say. So it's interesting, these theatre expressions. Why are they so negative for a positive thing? You know, break a leg is not really very positive, is it? And full of shit. Oh gosh, I wondered what the hell that was then. Sorry, bangers going off. So we can tell that COVID is finishing in San Miguel, because suddenly bangers are all going off again. Okay, so teatro, mucha mierda. There you go. So if you're an actor, or you're appearing in some kind of play, instead of saying break a leg, you say mucha mierda. There's another one. My dogs will be upset now. Okay, so número 5, cactus en antepecho. So antepecho is your windowsill. So you might notice, if you live in Spain, or you come to Spain on a regular basis, you might notice that a lot of windowsills have cactus on. Now I didn't know this. They're supposed to ward off evil spirits. So I might buy some cactuses to put on my antepechos, though I don't think I've actually got any antepechos, but windowsills. I'm sure I can find one somewhere. So yeah, so if you want to ward off evil spirits, put a cactus in your antepecho. Oh, I just wanted to say before I carry on, for those of you who are learning Spanish and don't know, please forgive me if you do already know, but I just want to tell you about my bilingual storybooks. As I say, forgive me if you already know about these and I'm repeating it, but there may be new people watching who don't know. So there's 3 storybooks which have the story in Spanish and English, so you can compare the 2. Rocky the Rebel, Rocky el Rebelde. Princess Tia's Great Adventure, or La Gran Aventura de la Princesa Tia. Duque el Rey y Peter el Tonto se van de vacaciones. Duque the King and Silly Peter go on holiday. And they're just little stories, but they're interesting for anyone who's learning Spanish, because you've got the English right next to the Spanish. And they're nice for children or adults. They're, anyone who's learning Spanish will get something out of them. Then, of course, my other books, the Break the Language Barrier series, level 1, level 2, past tenses. So level 1 is all present tenses. Level 2 is all your past tenses. Level 3, future tenses, imperatives. Level 4, subjunctive. So it depends on, where you are. If you're not sure where to start with my books, you can send me a message or an email and tell me what you've done, what you haven't done, and I'll recommend which level to start with. Yeah, and they're all those books are available on any Amazon site, or you can buy them through the website or through the Facebook page. Okay, thank you. Okay, número 6. Now, if you were a cat, you'd much rather live in Britain than in Spain, because in Spain, cats only have 7 lives, not 9 lives. So, los gatos en español solo tienen 7 vidas. No 9 vidas como in Gran Bretaña. So, again, I'm not really sure why that is. I think I can just, maybe there seem to be a lot more stray cats here than there are in the UK. Well, I say these things sometimes. I haven't lived in the UK for 22 years, so maybe you can, 24 years. So maybe you can tell me, are there stray cats in the UK as well? There are so many here. Anyway, número 7, cepillar, or barrer actually is better there. I put cepillar, but cepillar is more to brush your hair or your teeth. Probably better there would be barrer, B-A-R-R-E-R, which is to sweep, as in, you know, sweep the floor, whereas cepillar is brush. So, anyway, so, barrer los pies de una soltera. Now, so that is, if you sweep the floor, but you sweep over the feet of a single lady, she will never get married. So all you ladies out there that are happily single, get someone to brush over your feet and that will be it forever, according to the superstition. And this comes from witches, you know, and so it's a superstition that comes from witches. So who knows if it's true? Maybe we have the same superstition. I've never heard of that though, so I don't know. Yeah, so barrer los pies de una soltera means a single lady will never get married if you sweep over her feet. This is interesting. Again, I didn't know this. But número 8, no compres ropa amarilla de regalo ni llevarla. So you should not buy yellow clothes for a present or wear it yourself. So yellow clothes, sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze, but it's not actually happening. Yellow clothes are bad luck in Spain, so you certainly should not buy something for somebody that's yellow, and really you should avoid wearing yellow if you can. No compres ropa amarilla de regalo ni llevarla. I think when I was sort of growing up, if you like, I remember green was always quite considered an unlucky colour. But then, of course, some people think it's a lucky colour because of the Irish connection. So sometimes I think it just depends where you were brought up and what your family said. Oh, this is a nice tradition or a nice superstition. You may know about this. Número 9, 12 uvas for Año Nuevo. So the superstition, if you like, tradition, whichever way you want to look at it, as the bells are chiming on New Year's Eve, you should eat one grape for every chime of the big clock in Madrid, the Puerta del Sol, which is the Spanish equivalent of Big Ben, really. So this is in La Plaza del Sol in Madrid, which is the dead centre of Spain. It literally is the centre of Spain. And it's a big square, and that's like the equivalent of Trafalgar Square. That's where revellers go under normal circumstances to celebrate New Year. And as the clock chimes, you should eat one grape for each of the 12 chimes, and that gives you good luck for each of the 12 months of the year. Another thing maybe you don't know, or you may know if you've seen because I normally do a video around Christmas, New Year time to talk about the traditions, is to wear red underwear on New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve you should be wearing your red underwear, and you should have your 12 grapes and carver ready so that you can eat one grape for every chime of the bell. So that's a quite fun one to do. I think last year, for the first time ever, because of course we were right in the middle of COVID, etc., I actually slept through New Year. I had my grapes all ready and everything, and I actually just fell asleep, but never mind. Next year we'll make up for it. Okay, and then número 10, the last one. This is, you should not. Now I'm thinking, is it entra con pie derecho? You should enter with your right foot. When you walk into a room, you should always enter with your pie derecho, not pie izquierdo. So if you forget and you go into the room with your left foot, which If you're right-handed, that's quite difficult to do. But anyway, I must start noticing which way I do it. It's quite, it's sort of instinct to go with your right foot if you're right-handed, of course. If you're left-handed, you're left-footed as well, I suppose. So, yeah, interesting. Anyway, and the reason for this little cross is if you do accidentally go in with your left foot, you can change the bad luck by crossing yourself 3 times. Cross yourself 3 times and then the bad luck goes away. Okay, let's have a little recap of them. What do you think? Do you believe in superstitions? What are superstitions in your country? Or, you may not be watching this from Britain. I mean, you could be watching from America, from any English-speaking country just wanting to learn Spanish. What superstitions do you have in your country? And if you are from Great Britain, do you think they vary from region to region or country to country? Like, do you think there's different superstitions in Wales that there might be in Scotland or Ireland or England? And even in England, maybe the north and the south have different superstitions. I mean, we had, in Manchester, growing up in a working class family, definitely so many superstitions. As I said earlier, there was a superstition for everything. But anyway, okay, so quick recap. Martes 13. No cuchillos ni tijeras de regalo. Sombreros en cabeza no cama. Teatro mucha mierda. Pon un cactus en tu antepecho. Gatos solo tienen 7 vidas. Barrer los pies de una soltera. No compres ropa amarilla ni llevarla. Año Nuevo, 12 uvas y ropa interior rojo. And no olvides entrar con pie derecho. Okay, thank you. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Please, please, please. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more videos. Que tu Dios vaya contigo y te veo en el próximo video muy pronto.